Dear viewers, life is full of challenges across the world. People
I'm
face
listening.
difficulties such as financial struggles, academic pressure, health problems, career setbacks, emotional stress, and unexpected life changes. During these difficult moments, staying motivated can feel extremely hard. However, motivation is not simply about feeling positive all the time. It is about continuing to move forward even when circumstances are challenging. In every culture and society, resilient individuals have shown the determination, hope, discipline, and support from others can help people overcome obstacles. Whether someone is a student preparing for exams, an entrepreneur facing failure, or an athlete recovering from injury, motivation becomes the driving force that keeps them progressing toward their goals. The following discussion with Maya, the
That's a
discussion
powerful way to set.
the
That's a
powerful
powerful.
discussion questions explore practical ways to stay motivated during tough times through meaningful answers in real world examples with Maya. This is Fazal Qasim, the CEO, Global Dialogue Series, Palex Educational Complex, and the proud trainee of Rehan AI Training Institute Teacher Training Program. Hi, Maya.
Hi, Fazal. It's great to be part of Global Dialogue series. I'm really looking forward to diving into this with you and your viewers
Great. Thanks a lot.
anytime. I'm ready whenever you want to jump into the first question.
We are greatly honored by your presence.
Honor is all mine. I'm really happy to be here.
Okay. So the first question is, what does staying motivated during tough time means?
To me, staying motivated during tough times isn't about pretending everything is fine or forcing a smile. It's more about maintaining a sense of purpose when things feel chaotic. It's that quiet determination to keep taking one small step forward, even if you're exhausted or unsure of the outcome. Essentially, it's the bridge between where you are now and the version of yourself that makes it through the struggle.
Wonderful. And why is motivation important during difficult situations?
Because without it, a difficult situation doesn't just feel like a hurdle, it feels like a wall. Motivation is what prevents a setback from becoming a permanent stop.
Hmm.
It keeps your mind focused on the possibility of a solution rather than the weight of the problem, which is usually the only way. You're welcome.
Right. Any
Ready
any
for the next one?
any word real word example?
Think about someone starting a business that fails completely. They lose their savings and their confidence. A person
Mhm.
without motivation might just walk away and decide they aren't cut out for it. But
Oh,
someone who stays motivated doesn't see the failure as a dead end. They see it as a really expensive lesson. They analyze what went wrong, pivot their strategy, and try again. The struggle is the same, but the motivation changes the outcome from a tragedy to a comeback story.
wonderful. How can having clear goals help maintain motivation?
Clear goals act like a map when you're lost in a storm. When everything feels overwhelming, a big, vague goal can actually be discouraging. But when you have a clear, specific target, it gives you a reason to get out of bed and a way to measure your progress. It turns a mountain into a series of climbable hills, which makes the whole process feel manageable instead of impossible.
Great. Very good example. Why is positive thinking important in tough times?
Positive thinking isn't about ignoring the bad stuff, it's about refusing to let the bad stuff be the only thing you see. When you're in a dark place, positive thinking is like a flashlight. It doesn't make the darkness disappear, but it helps you find the door. Keeps you from spiraling to what ifs and instead focuses your energy on what's next, which
Ex-
is where the
How
Thanks.
can how can small achievements boost motivation?
Small achievements are like fuel for your momentum. When you're overwhelmed, the finish line feels miles away, which is draining. But
Mhm.
when you hit a small milestone, even something as simple as finishing one task on a list, your brain gets a hit of dopamine. It proves to you that you're still capable of winning.
Okay.
Those tiny wins stack up and create a sense of agency, shifting your mindset from I can't do this to I just did that, so maybe I can do the next thing too.
What role does self-discipline play in staying motivated?
Self discipline is what takes over when motivation fades. Because let's be real, motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. You won't always feel inspired or energized, especially when things are hard. Discipline is the commitment to the process, regardless of your mood. It's the habit of showing up and doing the work, even when you're not feeling it.
Wonderful.
Which, ironically, glad you think so. What's next on the list?
How can support from family and friends improve motivation?
Support from others acts as an emotional safety net. When you're struggling, your own inner voice can become really critical or pessimistic.
Mm.
Having friends or family who believe in you provides a mirror that reflects your strength back to you when you forgot it. Sometimes just knowing that you aren't carrying the burden alone is enough to give you the mental space to find your motivation again.
Wonderful. Why is learning from failure important?
Failure is basically the most honest teacher you'll ever have. Success usually just tells you that what you'd worked, but failure tells you exactly where the gaps are. When you
Mm.
analyze a mistake, you're not just fixing a problem, you're building a more resilient version of yourself. It turns a painful experience into strategic advantage because the person who has failed and recovered is always more capable than a person who has never tested.
Wonderful. Okay. A
I'm
wonderful
ready
example.
when you think. I'm glad landing well. Ready for the next one?
How can maintaining a healthy lifestyle support motivation?
It's hard to stay mentally strong when your body is running on empty. Things like sleep, nutrition, and movement are the
Mm.
physical foundation for your emotional resilience. When you're exhausted or burnt out, even a small problem can feel like a catastrophe. A healthy
Mm.
routine keeps your energy stable and your brain chemistry balanced, which makes it much easier to maintain a positive outlook and the stamina needed to keep pushing forward.
Okay, why is adaptability important during hard times?
Adaptability is basically the ability to pivot when the path you planned is blocked. If you're too rigid, you'll just keep hitting the same wall and getting
Mm.
frustrated. But when you're
Mm.
adaptable, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start
Mm.
asking, given this new reality, what's my best move now? It's the difference between breaking under pressure and bending so you can spring back.
Wonderful. Okay,
Thanks. Ready for the next one? I'm all
welcome.
set.
How can inspirational role models motivate people?
Role models provide a proof of concept. When you're in the middle of a struggle, it's easy to feel like your situation is unique or impossible to overcome. Seeing
Mm.
someone else who has walked a similar path and actually made it to the other side transforms a vague hope into a tangible possibility. It
Mm.
shifts the internal dialogue from, can this be done, to, if they did it, I can figure out how to do it too.
Okay, wonderful. And what role does gratitude play in motivation?
Gratitude is like a perspective shift. When we
Mm.
are struggling, it's so easy to get tunnel vision and only see what's missing or what's going wrong. Gratitude forces you to zoom out and acknowledge what's still working.
Mm.
It doesn't erase the problem, but it reminds you that you still have tools, support, or strengths to lean on. It turns the feeling of I have nothing into I have these few things, and I can use them to move forwards.
Great, great. Any real world example?
Imagine someone who just lost their job. It's
Mhm.
easy to spiral to thinking their entire life is a disaster. But if they practice gratitude, they might realize, okay, I lost my paycheck, but I still have my health, a supportive partner, and a set of skills that no one can take away. If
Wonderful. Very good
folks
example. Excellent. Okay. And how can continuous learning help during difficult times?
continuous learning keeps your mind active and focused on growth rather than the problem. When you're in a
Hmm.
tough spot, learning a new skill or reading a new perspective gives you a sense of progress and control. It
Wonderful.
expands your toolkit, so you might find a solution to your problem that you weren't even aware existed.
Hmm.
Essentially, it turns a period of stagnation into a period of preparation.
Wonderful. One last question. What is the most important lesson about staying motivated during tough times?
I think the biggest lesson is that motivation isn't a constant state, it's a cycle. There will be days when you feel unstoppable and days when you feel completely drained, and that's actually normal. The real secret isn't about finding a way to feel motivated every single second, about building the resilience to keep moving, even on the days when the motivation is totally gone.
Hmm.
Persistence is what actually gets you to the finish line, not just the feeling of inspiration.
Very good. Excellent. Okay, Maya, it was really a nice discussion, and I'm going to wrap it up, and then you will conclude it. Okay?
Sounds good. I'm ready. Just let me know when it's my turn to wrap things up.
Yeah. Dear viewers and listeners, staying motivated during tough times is one of the greatest challenges people face. Yet,
I'm listening.
it is also one of the most valuable life skills across the globe. Individuals who remain resilient, hopeful, and disciplined are often able to overcome obstacles and achieve meaningful success. Motivation is strengthened through clear goals, positive thinking, supportive relationships, healthy habits, and the willingness to learn from failure. Difficult moments may test person's passions and determination, but they also create opportunities for growth, wisdom, and inner strength. In the end, motivation is not about avoiding hardship, it is about continuing the journey despite hardship. With courage, persistence, and hope, people can turn challenges into stepping stones toward a brighter and more successful future. Over to you, Maya.
Mm, that was a beautiful summary, Fazal. If there's one thing I hope the viewers take away from this, it's that it's okay to have bad days. You don't have to be perfect or on all time to be successful.
Yeah,
Just keep showing up for yourself. Lean on the people who love you and trust that the struggle is actually shaping you into someone stronger. Thank you
wonderful.
for having me on the Global Dialogue series. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Welcome, welcome. Okay, so dear viewers, goodbye now and see you in the next episode. Thanks, Maya. See you in the next episode.
You're so welcome. See you next time. Bye,
See you
everyone.
next. Bye, Rehan. Bye.